Yet another Burning Man festival is in the books, but unfortunately, there's a body to go with it and a bunch of other problems. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the Burning Man festival out there in the way far away desert, middle of nowhere, Nevada, in a place that's not really a place. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But this event has always had issues, at least for as long as I've known about it. I did a video back in 2023 about the torrential downpour. Now, of course, if you got a desert in the middle of nowhere and it's not really a city, it's just like a campsite, basically. Like, think about how you would see one of them carnivals on the side of the road right next to a shopping mall or some shops. Okay, think about one of those that get set up. That's how Burning Man is times 1,000 in the desert. So any kind of weather, any kind of issue, any kind of security problem, you're going to be at the mercy of whatever's going on. In 2023, it was a torrential downpour. People got stuck in the mud. They were stuck for days. It was a mess. And now you have some weather, but also somebody losing their life. And before I go any further into it, let's check out the news clip. Of course, I will always link to the news clip in the box. If you're on IG, Facebook, etc., visit a link in the bio. Go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Now to this homicide investigation at the popular Burning Man festival. Police say that he was found lying in a pool of blood Saturday night. We don't know his identity yet, but he's described as a white adult male. Attendees being told to stay vigilant as there's an increased law enforcement presence now.
Let's go back to this picture right here. So this is how far it is from civilization. It's just out there in sand. And this is not really a real place. It's set up just for the Burning Man festival. I don't know about y'all, but if I saw there was some kind of crazy weather, people were getting stuck for days, supplies could run out, you could be at risk, I'm not going there. But some are thrill seekers. They enjoy it. If you went to Burning Man, you had a good time, then good for you. But just for me, this wouldn't be a great risk to take.
Enforcement presence now. Alex Stone is on the story for us. Sounds pretty bizarre and not a lot of details. Do we know anything on how he died and who might be responsible, Alex?
We don't know, Kira, and the Sheriff's Department says that they don't know either. We just talked to the Sheriff's Department. They say they're trying to, one, identify who the victim is. That this happened right around 9 o'clock at night on Saturday night as the man, as it's known, the effigy that burns on the second to last night of the Burning Man Festival as it was beginning to burn. And they found the victim, they say, quote, obviously deceased when they got to a campground area, and that the victim was the victim of murder. But they have called in forensic teams, other sheriff's office investigators as well. All of this made more difficult by that Black Rock City, which pops up every year for Burning Man, is not a real city, that it's going to be gone by midweek. So a lot of evidence will go away as well. They say that makes it more difficult.
Not that Black Rock. There's an actual place in Nevada called, I think it's Black Rock Desert or something like that. But I heard that. I'm like, man, the irony here is crazy. But I digress.
This year's Burning Man has had a series of incidents throughout the week, right? What's going on?
Yeah, a number of different things. One is, and you saw in the photos there a moment ago, all of the wind and the dust storms and the rain. There was flooding that went on. There was a participant in all of these storms who was electrocuted during the rainstorm, stood in a puddle and actually then got electrocuted and was airlifted out. We don't know that participant's condition right now. Then there was a baby that was born to a woman, 36-year-old woman, who she and her husband claimed they didn't even know she was pregnant, 3.5-pound baby born about a month early, but that she claimed that she hadn't even been pregnant, had no symptoms of it.
Okay, can I just pause for a second? How do you not know you're pregnant and you just give birth? So you just go to the bathroom, all of a sudden, crying baby. Like, how'd that happen? That's crazy. Anyway, I'm going to just ask that question and leave it alone. But look, just because you're in the desert, it doesn't mean there's no weather. There's still weather that goes on. You had rain. You know, like I said, when it rains in this flat, dry place like this, it's going to flood immediately. You're going to have mud. It's going to be hard to get out. If you got an RV or something like that, which a lot of them do, and they get stuck in the mud, oh well, you're lost. And then you had the wind. It is not a very hospitable place. That's why I say I wouldn't go out there. Let me go to something a little bit more, resort-esque, a built-up city, some infrastructure, not in the middle of nowhereville, USA, Nevada.
There were medical workers who were camping next to them and actually helped them deliver that baby. So a lot of things that went on over the last couple of days.
Yeah, clearly bizarre. All right. Well, we'll track this homicide investigation for sure.
All right. So there it is. Again, someone lost their life. Somebody was killed out there at Burning Man Festival in the faraway desert of Nevada. Now, there's a few things I want to say. First of all, I think all of what happened right there in that video and in previous years at Burning Man should be enough to warn everyone and prevent them from going to this event. Like, I see that even if I'm interested in going out in the desert with a bunch of strangers, I'm gonna say, you know what? It seems to be cursed. You're getting windstorms, rainstorms, people getting electrocuted, people getting shot. It's too much going on. I don't want to go. And I wouldn't want to operate a business anywhere around there where my equipment got to go to Burning Man. And as a matter of fact, here's a video from the Bay Area where someone has, a Turo vehicle, renting an RV out to somebody, and the person, unbeknownst to them, took it to Burning Man. And of course, it got damaged because what else is going to happen at Burning Man? Let's watch some of this.
Family in Redwood City says they were renting out their RV this summer for a little extra cash. They had only one simple request: do not take the RV to the Burning Man Festival in Nevada. But the family says one customer ignored that deal, went to Burning Man, and returned the RV with thousands of dollars in damage. Now the family is looking at legal action.
I don't blame their family. And before I go any further, I wouldn't rent my vehicles out at all during the Burning Man time because people lie. People lie. They think, oh, it's going to be all right. They're not going to. Nah, I'm not going to rent anything out at all because I don't trust you enough to not take my vehicle to Burning Man when I ask you not to.
For his Jack Moment has the story.
This is the RV. It's a 2023 Coachman Prism. I got it last year.
Ronnie Guinto just started renting out his RV this year. It's been a good business, but now...
This is the damage that he created, which I'm so disappointed and hurt.
A massive headache. Guinto says him and his wife have this man to blame, Shaban Shakuri, who, according to business records from Guinto, say he rented out the RV the same weekend as the Burning Man Festival.
I didn't want my RV to Burning Man.
So he messaged Shakuri to make sure he's not going to Burning Man. It's even in the contract agreement Shakuri signed not to take it to festivals such as Burning Man because of the risk of weather-related damages. Shakuri told Guinto he...
Look at that weather, though. I mean, talk about uninviting. But again, if it's me and I have a business where I rent my RV out, I'm not going to rent it at all during any festival weekend because I already know what the intention is. Even if it's not, I don't want to take that risk. It's too financially damaging to me.
Weather-related damages. Shakuri told Guinto he was going camping instead, which Guinto says was a lie.
You cannot take this to Burning Man. The insurance will not cover it, and it prohibits you to take it to Burning Man. That's not his choice to make, but he still make it. He still did it. He still made the choice.
Guinto and his family business claim Shakuri knew the contract prohibited him from taking the RV to Burning Man. Now, the RV is returned damaged. Guinto estimates it'll cost tens of thousands of dollars to fix the exterior. The family who owns this RV claims Shaban took an AirTag out of the keychain for the Mercedes and then took it to Burning Man without realizing there's still another AirTag inside the van. That GPS tracker leading them.
So not only did you take it to Burning Man when it's in the contract to not take it there, and they asked you specifically through the text, don't take it to Burning Man, you said okay. You tried to hide what you were doing by taking the AirTag out of the fob, not knowing that there was more inside the vehicle. Talk about an idiot. Hey, man, that lawsuit, you're going to have to pay some money, bro.
Right to the Burning Man Festival.
And then they tracked it right to the Burning Man. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit.
GPS tracker leading them right to the Burning Man Festival. Friends of Guinto say they spotted the same RV with the same license plates to match at Burning Man.
He might have got away with other renters, but I'm going to get him. I think I'm going to sue him. I'm going to sue him from all these damages that he created, the depreciation, all the time lost.
We at Cron 4
Hey, bro, get all your money.
News called Shaban. We left him a voicemail and texted him. And as of Sunday night, no reply. But when he returned the RV earlier in the day...
Hey, Shaban. Here's Shaban right here. I really feel... I'm taking a video because I really feel disrespected by you.
Where's the inspection form?
Guinto and his wife cornered him. but no answer. Shaban signed the papers over and left.
My contract is very specific and strict.
Meantime, Ginto says a lawsuit will come, and he's already working with the firm Goethals and Stone PC, which sent Cron 4 News a statement in part, quote, "My clients look forward to pursuing all available avenues to ensure they are made whole for any losses suffered."
You know what? He's right to sue, but I'm going to just say this, and shout out to him. He didn't do anything wrong here, obviously, but I just want to say this, like I said throughout. Do not rent your vehicle to these people during these festival times, because now you got to go to court. Now you got to try to fight this dude. Now you got to try to spend some money. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to go to court. I'm not trying to spend time out my day and money out my pocket to try and get this dude to pay. And then what if he just says, you know what, I ain't going to pay. I'm out. I don't have time for that. So it's a lesson learned. He didn't do anything wrong. The guy did wrong. But now you know going forward in the future to not rent your vehicles out during this time at all. And for anybody else, don't go to Burning Man. Don't try to do what the dude did, try to be sneaky and act like you're not really going when you are going, because you go into a dangerous place and your property will get damaged. If you don't get damaged, you're successful, but the property has a high chance of getting damaged. You got a windstorm. There's nothing blocking the wind from damaging your vehicle. The rain, again, you could get stuck in that mud. Now you're stuck out there. You could be stuck out there and the vehicle stuck out there. How are you going to explain that? It's not worth it. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about the Burning Man Festival? Are you going to go to the next one? Does it appear to be an inviting place, a safe place? I mean, look, you got people losing their lives, people taking vehicles out there, getting them damaged. I mean, you got windstorm, rainstorm, everything going on that could possibly happen at a place. I've not seen this amount of just crazy things happening at a festival ever, really. I mean, you got Coachella, this, that, and the third. There's incidents that take place, but to the level of Burning Man is just out of control. Do you think it's cursed? Just a coincidence? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. And what's your opinion about the guy with the rental service? Did I give good advice? Did I go too hard? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I'm going to stay away from Burning Man altogether. I'm not going there. I'm not doing business with anybody that's going over there. I'm going to leave it alone. It's not a very inviting place. There's always something that happens. The only thing I would do at Burning Man is bet cash, if I was a betting man, that there will be some kind of traumatic, crazy, chaotic event that'll happen. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.